In this video, we will explore the average rate of change between two variables and the shape of the graph of those two variables. Imagine that we have two variables, say W and R. Recall that in previous investigations, if we wanted to determine the average rate of change of W with respect to R, then we would determine the ratio of the amount of change in W to the amount of change in R. In Module 5, Investigation 2, we want to explore these ideas further. Consider problem number 1. Part A asks you to fill in a table that lists the values of the changes in T, the actual values of D, and the average rate of change in the context of this problem. The table gives you values for T and values for changes in D. Read the context of this problem and look at the values that the table is giving you and is asking you to fill in, and complete this table. Part B asks you to sketch a graph of one variable in terms of the other variable. Now, when you sketch this graph, it is okay to break the axes so that you can zoom in the scale on the values of the variable that you're interested in. Now, for example, if you were working a problem and wanted one of your axes to start around the value of 20, you could draw a sketch like this. For this problem, you may want to zoom in on other values. Feel free to draw just a rough sketch of what the shape of the graph of these two variables might look like. In Part C, it asks you to describe the shape of the concavity of the graph that you just drew in the previous part. You should draw on your understanding that you developed in Module 5, Investigation 1, as you think about this part. Then, Part D asks you to specifically describe how the two quantities in the problem change together. Now, use language that makes sense to you as you write out your answer to this problem. But you will also want to make sure that you use language that also captures the key mathematical ideas in this problem. Think carefully and answer these parts before moving on. Submit your answers to all parts of Question 1 in Module 5, Investigation 2 using your instructor's preferred method by the time and date that your instructor has identified.